Thank you very much for having me. My name is Linda Iyayi, or you could say Dr. Linda Iyayi. I have been an educator for a very, very long time. Officially, 14 years. I have been in education. I've been an educator for 14 years. But prior to that time, I have done internship in schools. When I was in my secondary school, I did internship. My mother was a teacher. She had a school, so I taught in her school, and during my university days, I still taught in her school. So I've really, really had so much experience in education, and I an educator. I'm a mother of two children. I did my BSc in sciences. I have BSc in microbiology. My master's and PhD in educational psychology, and it has been interesting. Currently, I work as a lead trainer in our learning and development unit. I've worked in various departments, various fields in my organization. I've worked as an LES teacher, subject teachers, special education needs teacher. I have worked as school administrator, but currently I train teachers. I'm a coach and a trainer to teachers. Well, keeping students engaged in the classroom requires, I hope this still works. You can still see me clearly? Can you still see me? Good. Keeping students engaged employs a variety of strategies to ensure kids are engaged and they are enjoying the learning. I employ interactive teaching method. I incorporate hands-on activities, experiment, multimedia presentation to ensure that students are very engaged. And I varied the instructional techniques. While teaching, I could use one style. I always have in mind that there are different types of learners in the classroom. And one of my focus as a teacher is to ensure that the learning is child-centered learning. So I have a mix of varied instructional techniques I employ in the classroom while teaching. I also employ different teaching styles and ensure that the diverse ways that a topic is taught, so it engages the children from all aspects, And again, to ensure that the students are engaged, I relate content to things the children can connect with, like contextualize the lesson, culturally contextualize the lesson, to ensure that examples are what the student can relate with, can connect with, And again, I also love to ensure flexibility in the classroom. So we're not all stuck doing one thing. No, we're flexible, we move chairs and tables around, we engage multimedia lesson, kind of static, we move around, incorporate dancing, singing, and all of that in the classroom. But most importantly, I also incorporate humor. Try to bring in things that make us laugh, enjoy the lesson, just to facilitate that group activity, collaborative learning. And then another thing I do again to ensure students are engaged is project-based learning. When students get to interact with the learning content themselves, really, really get involved in what they're learning about, they tend to be quite involved. They're engaged, and they're able to talk extensively about what they're learning. So it's all encompassing. One key thing I put at the center of my mind is to have a positive, inclusive learning environment where every child feels valued, every child feel accepted, feel like owns the process. Ownership of the process, that's the word I'm using. And there's this 30 seconds rule I always I always employ, and when I train teachers, I tell them 30 seconds rule. The moment you meet your children, come into the classroom, or you come in contact with the child, try to say something positive, just to have that positive mindset, or a growth mindset. It just develops when you say something positive to the child. And as they're coming in, you're welcoming them, and you're saying something positive. Oh, Jen, you look good today. Oh, I'm so excited to have you in class today. Oh my God. Oh, welcome. It just brings that inclusivity in the classroom and create that positive environment to ensure everyone is excited and ready for the lesson. And when the lesson eventually took place, because it's so full of fun, interactiveness, and the kids are involved, you see that they actually love the lesson. Yes. And when I train
I
teachers, it's the
totally
exact
agree with
same.
you. And I
Yes.
definitely agree with you on the humor part.
I always pride myself in saying I am a futuristic teacher. I love innovation in the classroom. I love to see, I would really, really love to see more innovation in the classroom, especially in this part of the world, where most of the innovative learning take place in more like the urban area, and the rural area, has some kind of struggle and adapting to innovation in learning. I would like a holistic, innovation or innovation in the classroom. I would love to see it, and I look forward, to more of project-based learning in the classroom, technology integration in the classroom, flipped classroom model. I would love to see inquiry-based learning, having children, learn and ask questions. When they do project, they ask. They question the process. They question everything they're doing. You learn in the process. And I would also love personalized learning plan, because most time when we develop individual learning plan, we have children with learning disabilities in mind, children with special education needs in mind. But I would love to see more of personalized learning plan that incorporates, the child, that cater for the individual child, even in the whole classroom, using adaptive learning platform that just adjust content to the student's need, the student progress and need. And I love to see integration of arts and creativity in the classroom, entrepreneur in the classroom. In this part of the world, we need a lot of that. Entrepreneur, even from the early years, entrepreneur in the classroom, and global connection and cultural connection in the classroom. I'd love to see a lot of that in innovation of a lot of that in our classrooms, in our schools. My answer would be not exactly. Do we have technical education in our society? Yes, we do. Is it robust? No, it's not. And most times, this technical education are just focused on a particular career path. For example, you could see a program that is craft center. So when you go into that program, all they do is craft. You could see a program. Most times, it doesn't go to the early years, the elementary level. Most time it is like after a secondary school learning or the secondary school phase. So I would say yes, but not really exactly. We don't have a robust career technical education program in our district. No. It will be so much fun. I love career-based learning. I love career technical education. In fact, one of the reasons I encourage project-based learning in schools is to push students to understand that there are skills they need in these projects that they can use in the marketplace. So of course, in creating my own curriculum, for career technical education, right? That's what you asked, right?
Yep.
Oh, it will be so much fun. I am going to first conduct need assessment. I'm going to establish clear goals and objective, research industry standard, because we have a lot of industry in this part of the world, and getting to know the standard, what they're currently doing, and how it can be kind of watered down into the classroom, so students can learn it even from the early years, and identify career pathways that connect to this industry standard. Just collaborate with stakeholders, teachers, parents, students, local businesses to ensure that we're able to build a robust curriculum for career technical education, and just infuse a lot of career technical content into the curriculum. Designs project-based learning, incorporate work-based learning into the program. There's when we talk about work-based learning, we can infuse internship, apprenticeship is something we do here a lot, but we do apprenticeship here a lot. The thing is, it doesn't stem from the school system. The apprenticeship we practice in this part of the world is, you pick a child and you put the child in your office or in your shop. Let's say you sell things, and the child begins to learn what you're doing. No formal education. That's what we practice here, and that's not what I infuse into my career technical education curriculum. It will have to be from the formal education learning, and then the teachers will not also be left out. The industry workers will not be left out. I'll ensure professional development for educators are there. And I'll also love to have assessments and evaluation to always evaluate what we're doing, implement a kind of monetary system to ensure that the system is monitored, it is meeting the need for which it is created, and find a way to create sustainability to ensure that we're able to sustain the process. And one thing I will also ensure I infuse in a curriculum for career technical education is core subjects. I'm not just going to make it only technical education. I'll also infuse core subjects like your math, your English. So it teaches, it's holistic to the child, like I said before, project-based learning, work-based learning will all be infused, and industry certification and credentials. So even from that primary level or elementary level or the secondary level, you begin to earn certificates that you can use in the industry. So you're not just coming out blank, saying, okay, I have, I'm done with school. You really have a credential to show that I am skilled in architecture, I'm skilled in farming, I'm skilled, I did all of this, I have the skill to do this. So if I get into your industry, I am equipped to do the job. Infusing skill and employability skill into the curriculum will be really interesting. And technological integration too into the curriculum will be fantastic. We'll infuse all of this into the curriculum. Yes, absolutely. In fact, while I was going through your site, I was just smiling. I said, "This is so cool. This is in fact, we have a fertile ground." That's the word I would use, a fertile ground for organizations, organizations like Upbrain to excel. Looking into our school system, our curriculum, like I said before, students finish the secondary level of education and are eagerly waiting to go into the university. And sometimes they have absolutely nothing to do. They lose a whole year waiting to gain admission into the university level. Getting to be engaged with Upbrain program in the school system from the elementary level up to the senior secondary level, because here we have elementary, the junior secondary, and the senior secondary level. I know you people have the middle school and the high school things, but it's a bit different for us. When the kids are fully engaged with programs like this from the elementary level up to the secondary school, by the time they're done with secondary school, they are so equipped that even if they're waiting for admission, they will have a lot of things to do. They could invest themselves into one of the skills they have learned or a career path they've created for themselves before they get to university. And creating that career path from the primary to the secondary level with the skills they have empowered themselves with, by the time they're getting to the university level, they are so equipped. They're so equipped with what they want to do with their career path. They're clear. You could literally see people that did farming. Let's take, for example, a child is involved in farming from primary. into secondary,
Uh-huh.
into senior secondary. By the time they are done and the child is going into the university with all of the skills acquired, the child can actually start working for self
Yeah,
or
right.
even for organizations before they're done with the university. So it's absolutely necessary for tech organizations like Upbrain to invest in our districts, and I assure you, it's a fertile ground that will absolutely, be productive to both the organization and the people of our society and everyone here. Ah, interest profilers, when used very well, benefit both the teachers and the students. It tailors learning experiences to individual interests and preferences. For me, I know that interest profilers benefit students in so many ways. It benefits, it creates personalized learning path. It helps you to know the learning pathway you want to take, kind of create an individualized pathway for you in your career path. And it creates a kind of adaptive learning, tailoring your learning path based on your interest, what interests you. A lot of motivational speakers will say today that follow your passion. If you do what you love, you will never work a day in your life because you're passionate about what you do, you love it. So if you do it, so interest profilers kind of help you connect your passion, your interest to your career, and it increased motivation and engagement. It informs your decision making. Sometimes as a student you may be having okay, do I want to do this, do I want to do that, but I'm good in this, I'm good in that. I've talked with a lot of children and students, and I ask them, what do you want to do in the future? And they'll say, I want to be at this, but I'm good at this, I would like to be this.
Yeah.
So interest profilers
They're
will
not
ask
sure about
questions.
themselves.
You say?
I said this, they are themselves not sure about what they want to do.
Yeah,
So by interest,
they're not sure of themselves. The interest profiler kind of help them navigate that unsure platform and helps streamline what would be suitable and for the career life, what would be suitable and what they will love doing. It enhances self-awareness. When you are having that doubt or uncertainty of what to do, when you get to be profiled with an interest profiler, it kind of helps streamline it and makes you know, okay, this is this is what will favor you, this is what will be good for you. You may have,
Yep.
you may be good in art, you are good in drawing, you're good in photography, you're good in this, but you love nature. So why don't you try this? Why don't you do this? And you will excel. It just exposes students to very content while it helps them to streamline their career pathways. And for teachers, I love
Yeah.
interest profiles for teachers because it helps you differentiate instructions. As a teacher, you are able to customize your learning plan to say, okay, if I'm teaching this group of students, this is what I'm doing, because it will help in the career path. It improves. It also, when you're planning your lesson, it helps you to infuse content that will increase the student engagement. If I know that half of my class loves airplane and I am building my content, I can build most of my examples around airplane. So I'm giving examples talking about the airplane, the cockpit, so you see, they're able to connect. I used to have a child in my class that loves airplane, and when I'm teaching, the moment I use an airplane to give an example, his face lights up, and sometimes I'll make an error on purpose, and he will say, no, that's not true. Miss Linda, it's like this, the airplane, the Airbus, the this. He will talk and talk, and I'll just encourage everyone to listen to him, let him talk and tell us all he does, and he will go on. This is a 6 years old. He will go on and on and on about everything he has learned or he knows about the airplane. And when he's done, there is this satisfactory smile he has on his face to tell you that he has really, this is something he loves and something he loves talking about. So it helps teacher to improve student engagement. And Also, it helps us make data informed decision. When you use interest profiler, you're able to look critically. Let's say your students have all fields. If you look critically at what they're doing, the progress, tracking the progress, and identifying learning gaps to help you be able to analyze their interest and design your lesson to suit their interest. It also enhances classroom management. Sometimes when you
Right.
don't structure your classroom properly to suit the student, the classroom become rowdy and you think, oh, they're not listening to me. But in real sense, the content is not tailored specifically to suit the learners in your class. So when we as teachers use interest profilers, it's able to help you prepare your lesson to cover all the learners in your class, and they're able to enjoy the lesson. Each person is satisfied. And most importantly, it helps you to guide the student's career path. So it's
Right.
interesting to you. Is we have our own shortcomings here. I would Nigeria, we have our shortcoming, but one thing that works for us, one of the advantages we have as a country is that we love to travel, and we explore the world. We explore the outside world a lot. And when we get to travel and come back, many times we bring in what we encountered in the various countries we went to. For example, my passion in education did not, will I say, explode. It was just intact when I joined the industry. I was just a teacher, trying to get by. But I traveled to Dubai. I traveled to Abu Dhabi on an education tour. I got to interact with teachers. I interacted with teachers in different schools in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and it blew my mind away. My passion officially kicked off when I spoke with teachers from Morocco, teachers from India, teachers from
Yeah.
different parts of the countries, teaching different parts of the world, teaching in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai. And I was just seeing so much passion. I'm like, oh my God, I love this, I love this, I
Yeah.
love this. I was just I when I came back to Nigeria, my passion it soared. It went over the moon. In fact, shortly after I came back, I did my
Yeah.
postgraduate diploma in education. I did my masters. I just went all out. So I feel when people travel, like you said, when you went to America, when you got to America, you saw the passion in the industry. You just kind of
Yeah.
blend in because you saw it. So when people travel around
Yeah.
the world and they get to interact with these different industries and how it works, going back to their country, they will express it differently. So I would also suggest that a lot of Pakistanis travel. They should, just travel abroad
Yeah.
and you know go on tourist visits, educational tours, and different explorations. And when you come back, I bet you it's a whole different mindset. Oh, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot. I do a lot of research as a researcher myself. There's a whole lot interest profilers should have. From from progress tracking of students to multilingual support to real life contextualization and cultural contextualization, a dynamic and adaptive question process. Yes, it
Yeah.
has question process where it's questions and all of that, but beyond that it should be able to have visual representation, and then most
Yeah.
importantly a user friendly interface, that can it's easily you can easily just use it, and then it should be compatible with learning management system. It should have good security. When people know that a system is secure, they're able to use it use it freely and use it with all of their heart. And it should have accessibility features. It should have collaborative features, so it can facilitate collaboration, allowing users to collaborate with users on other platform, have a good feedback
Yeah.
and reflection opportunities for students. So you're not just tracking my progress, you're able to give me feedback on how I can improve on my career path or whatever I'm doing. And I think it should be able to engage students effectively, and
Mhm.
a lot of that accessibility features, a lot of that,
Yeah.
yes. AI integration is very valuable. We are in the period of, I would say, AI. We are in the
Mhm.
world, so to speak, and
Yeah.
we have literally seen what these AIs can do, how much they can, interface, integrate. So there's a whole lot. They're very valuable, and they can give adaptive learning. AIs
Yeah.
coaches can provide personalized guidance and support based
Uh-huh.
on individual learning style preferences and progress. AI coaches can give
Mhm.
immediate feedback, can find ways
Yeah.
to keep students engaged. And one of the
Uh-huh.
the advantages of AI coach is that they are available 24 hours. As a teacher,
Yeah.
I cannot be
Uh-huh.
available to you 24 hours. I
Yeah.
can't. So the
Mhm.
AI coaches can be available. You wake up 2 a.m. in the night and they're there to talk with you. They're there to interact, to do your program, and
Uh-huh.
they can also give us data-driven insight. Like if you're doing your program, they can have learning analytics. Analyze the vast
Mhm.
amount of data that is being put in, process it.
Mhm.
Do a lot of group learning patterns. They're able to do all of this.
Yeah. Mhm.
Work independently. They are efficient. You know, um,
Mhm.
Will support. AI coaches can
Yeah.
efficiently handle large numbers of learners
Mhm.
simultaneously. If you give me 30 to 40 students in the classroom, I may go, I may run
Uh-huh.
like I'm going cooking.
Exactly right.
So AI can handle a large number, and they also
Mhm.
reduce workload from the teachers. They do
Mhm.
adaptive content delivery, retention, and
Mhm.
completion rate. They can monitor, all of that, and then they can even identify learners at risk of
Uh-huh.
disengagement of online program. So
Yeah.
there's a whole lot AI coaches can do. They can give you continuous improvement, feedback loops,
Mhm.
a lot of that. But now, I will say
Uh-huh.
this as a teacher, while AI coaches can significantly enhance online learning experiences, it is
Mhm.
crucial to have a balance, to balance the
Mhm.
integration with human involvement to ensure a holistic and
Mhm.
empathetic approach. Because most times it's
Exactly.
robotic. It's just like, yes, no, how do I do this for you?
Mhm.
Can I help you with this? Even though to
Yeah.
some extent, some AI are being, infused with empathetic approach, human emotion to be able to say, oh, sorry, but in as much as a lot is being done in the AI field, we cannot stick
Mhm.
away the human part of it, the human empathetic approach, the
Uh-huh.
human connection to it. So I think that we
Yeah.
should be able to have a combined strategy, a
Mhm.
combined platform where we're able to use both the AI driven
Uh-huh.
support and the human guidance to create a powerful and effective
Exactly.
learning environment. Yeah. Okay, I must confess that upbringing is very interactive, engaging,
Mhm.
student centered, and so much more. Going through your site, like I said, was really, really interesting.
Mhm.
And but the
Yeah.
tech world is moving at a bullet train speed. I'll say it
Uh-huh.
again. The tech world is so fast that it's moving at a bullet speed. So there's so
Yeah.
much that we need to keep upgrading, even in the educational technology world, the edtech world. So
Uh-huh.
for a system like yours, while it has a lot all packaged in, I would like to see first a constant upgrade. And I would like to see
Mhm.
augmented and virtual reality, immersive learning
Mhm.
environment where students are able to, you know, and what we're able to integrate augmented reality and virtual reality for creating
Mhm.
conducive educational experiences, allowing students to explore
Exactly.
virtual world, interact with content, on the
Mhm.
three-dimensional space. Um,
Yep.
artificial intelligence for learning analytics, language processing for conversational interface, having you're able to really connect when using
Yes.
a tech system like the Upbrain, able to converse, connect, you're able to, get to achieve your goal for using the site, and then immersive simulations and serious game. We can simulate learning environment, increase the use of immersive simulations and experiential learning in various subjects. We can have gamified assessments, incorporate game elements into assessments to enhance engagement and motivation. Sometimes, if we're not careful, students begin to see academics, see schoolwork like it's really work, and they don't want to do it. They see assessment like you want to test them, that you want to test their failure rate or something. So if we're able to infuse game, into the assessment strategy, they're able, students will attack it with fun, and it will improve motivation and engagement, and we can infuse robotics in education, personalized professional development, neurotechnology for cognitive enhancement, social learning pathway. All of this I intend to see in Upbrainery site, or if it's related, the improvement of these texts. Gesture-based interaction. I'll give an example. If I am doing an online course and the online program says go around your room and pick 5 objects that are noun. Pick 5 name objects. I'm learning about noun as a year 1 or year 2, grade 1 or grade 2 student. I would love the system should be able to observe that the student is standing up, is going around the room, and is constantly interacting with the child. Have you picked your first object? Have you picked the second object? So what do you have in your hand? Just improve, interaction, game-based interaction with students, activity interaction with students. And also I would love to see quantum computing education in site like yours. It will really improve the whole package. And finally, I would say global collaboration platform. Most times online learning platform are just on their own, just independent. Be able to connect with other platforms, have sharing the same ideas. Let students, the world is a global stage now. Let students be able to share ideas, share content, discuss with students from Pakistan, can discuss with students in Nigeria, students in Nigeria can discuss with students in America on the same topic. They could even set up individual, they could set up without the platform encourages students to set up classes or interactive sessions, with students from other countries and interact with them, a global platform where they're able to connect with other platforms, and share learning or tutor each other. It's really be cool. No, thank you so much. It's fun, it's exciting, it's interesting. Thank you.
And I can see that you love to talk about education.
Of course, I love it. My mother was a teacher, my siblings, my elder sister was a teacher, my brother is a teacher. So we love it. I love it.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Linda. It was
Thank you,
really
Kuma.
lovely to talk
Thank
with
you
you.
so much.